Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're all having a great day and we're all doing well. So we are just a month away from Year 9 Season 2 of Rainbow Six Siege. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about everything we know coming in Year 9 Season 2 of Rainbow Six Siege so far. That is because there is most likely more coming to this season, which we will learn at the reveal. But we already know a decent amount about this season, the new operators, and some changes coming to current operators. So as always, drop a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new, drop a comment since it does help, and let's get into this. Right, let's start with the date of the new season. We don't have a specific date, but we can pretty much easily guess when the reveal and launch is most likely going to be. So to begin with, the Manchester Major is later this month, and that is between the 24th and 26th, with the 26th being the final. That means we're most likely going to get the reveal of this season any one of those 3 days. They typically do like to do the reveal on the final day, so I'm guessing the 26th, but I'm not sure yet. And with the release date of the season, the Battle Pass for Operation Deadly Omen currently has 36 days left. That puts us to the 9th of June. Now, we do officially know that Season 2 is coming inside of June. I don't think it will come on the 9th when the Battle Pass ends. The Battle Pass usually does end a little bit early before the season then launches, sometimes up to a week. So I would say, give or take a week after June 9th is when the season will release. So probably between the 10th and 17th of June. That just depends on how the test server goes. Remember, Operation Deep Freeze had to delay their test server by a week and delay the launch of the season. I'm not going to give any specific days because I might be wrong. So of course, the biggest thing in a new season is the operator that comes alongside it. Well, this season's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be getting a traditional brand new operator. Rather, we are getting a full remaster and rework of Recruit. But this is really cool because we're not just going to be getting one recruit, we're actually going to be getting 2 recruits. So basically 2 new operators with completely new abilities / gadgets. So there is going to be an attacking recruit and a defending recruit. They're both going to be full operator status, meaning you'll see them at the operator screen on the menu. You can change their headgear, uniform, weapon skins, player card, everything, just like you would with any other operator. And it seems like they're maybe going to be getting their own personalities as well, since we do know the attacking one is a female and a defending one is a male. How do I know this, you may ask? Well, these 2 versions of Recruit which have been shown off to be coming are the same versions which are currently present in Rainbow Six Mobile. So it is quite cool that Rainbow Six Siege is giving Recruit the same treatment that they get in mobile, because on mobile they are full operators, have full customization and personalities. And yes, with them being full operator status characters now, that means you can play them in ranked, you can play them in standard, and of course you can still play them in quick match. You can play them in every single mode just like any other operator. Now, we did get a tease that they are going to bring something to the game we've never seen before, whether that is an ability or a physical gadget, we don't know yet, but we do know that the recruits are going to be bringing something with them. They're not just going to be a standard pick with no special gadget. I was honestly fine if they were able to bring 2 secondary gadgets. I think that's actually very useful. Can you imagine playing attack and bringing EMPs and heartbeat charges yourself? That would make the attacking recruit very good. But based on what they said at the reveal, it seems like they're going to go down a different avenue, and we are just going to have to wait a little bit longer to see what the recruits are going to bring us. But I am really excited for the customization side of Recruit because I feel they could do a lot. They could make like nighthaven soldier skins like the one we see in the comics, or even the Kirez Legion ones we've seen in the most recent cinematic. Could make them really cool skins for Recruit. Obviously, I do believe they are going to be rainbow recruits. But this would be quite cool to maybe see like the classic rainbow uniforms from the older games, squad-based ones for our rainbow squads. You could do a lot of really fun stuff with Recruit. And of course, the return of the Outbreak FBI Recruit, that one looks absolutely sick. Right, another major thing which is coming next season is changes to 2 of the strongest defenders, and that is Fenrir and Solis. Now, I could just sit here and be like, yeah, we know they're getting a nerf, but we don't know what it is yet. But they actually told us at the year reveal what these nerfs are going to be. They said it did take a little time to develop, however, they are putting something in place which should make balancing operators a lot faster than it currently is. And I guess I should say they could change this by the time it gets to the test server or the reveal or the live build. But this is what we currently know they're going to do. So let's start off with big boy Emil Svensson Fenrir. They did say that for his dread mines, he will be losing a single dread mine, so he'll now have 4. He's also going to be losing an active code, which means he'll only have 2 dread mines active at once. But one of the biggest changes to this is the fact that an inactive dread mine, so he doesn't have a code active on it, it's closed, it can't blind anyone if they walk into it, are no longer bulletproof. So in its current current state, you can only shoot a dread mine if it's active and open. But with the nerf coming for Fenrir, that means they can now be shot even if they're inactive. A Twitch drone can even zap and destroy an inactive one as well, same with Sam's cameras. The dread mines will just simply never be bulletproof anymore in any shape or form. Regardless if they're active or not, they can be shot. I definitely think Fenrir is still going to be very good. However, this is a great change and it definitely does need toned down quite a bit. And I think this is going to do that. And let's move over to one of the most broken defenders in my opinion, and that is Solis. They're doing a few things to her. The latter I don't think is necessary based on what the first one is, but the first one is that Solis is simply not going to be able to use her gadget in the prep phase at all. This was definitely a much needed change. In the gameplay terms of Rainbow Six Siege, Solis being able to see every single attack and drone was just fundamentally broken within the confinement of the rules of the game. The prep phase is for attackers to get their drones in the building ready for an entry and assault. There is still risk of defenders finding your drones, but having an operator who could blatantly see every single drone that was currently being operated, which was necessary for the attackers to do, just completely ruined the prep phase for every single attacker, and it's just not good game design in terms of Rainbow Six Siege. And personally, I think that is enough. However, they did say as well they're going to be reducing the range of her gadget as well as the duration. I don't think that needs to happen. I think after you've removed her from the prep phase, the rest of the match she's fine, because I think it's fair game the rest of the match. Once the core droning phase is done, Solis can have free reign and use her gadget. I think that's cool. When I die to Solis's gadget during the action phase, I don't complain. I think that's cool. It's her gadget working the same way I would get nitro celled from below by a pulse. It's fair enough. But the prep phase was definitely busted, and I'm happy that that's going, but I think she's fine for the action phase. I really don't think she needs a nerf other than that. I don't think they need to reduce her range, and I don't think they need to reduce her timer. I think that's fine. I'll obviously have to see how this goes, but if that's the same case when we get to it, I'll probably give that feedback personally. Also, they did say this is a part 1 of Solis changes, meaning that there's going to be even more in Season 3. Again, that seems like overkill. I think you just had to remove her from the prep phase, and she's fine. I don't think she needs any more changes other than that. Next up, this is something a lot of people are going to be happy about. The Siege Marketplace is fully releasing for every single player, so you don't have to sign up for a beta anymore and hope for a code. You just will be able to access it if you're a Siege player, which is really fun. Of course, this works on console and PC because it's accessed via a website. You can access on your PC or phone, or, you know, it's not inside the game is what I'm trying to say. You access it externally on Ubisoft's website. But yeah, it's cool that everyone's going to have access to it, but I'm not sure if this also means that every item is now going to be on the marketplace. I hope it does. If this is the launch of it, it should have every item on it, because right now every item is not on the marketplace. Probably about, I don't know, a quarter or less of Siege's skins are on the marketplace. Maybe that's a bit too low. Maybe there's more than that, but not every skin is on the marketplace yet. So hopefully that also includes that, but we don't know yet. Next up is going to be an improvement to the standard playlist. I actually kind of like the idea of this. So basically they're adding a map filter, meaning that when you queue for standard, you have the choice of only playing casual maps, or you have the choice of only playing competitive maps, so ranked maps, or you can do a third option, which is every map available. I actually really like this change because that means you can play it like unranked, so only have competitive maps, treat it like ranked if you want but don't care about elo, or if you want to play casual maps but not be confined to casual, because let's be honest, you know, casual's a bit of a free-for-all. You can do that, or if you're in my case, you just turn all of them on and it just gives you either any of the competitive maps or the maps which are in casual. Now I really like this because I'm at a stage when I play this game, right, I don't really care about maps anymore. I've personally accepted that all maps are going to be different. And there's sometimes I want to play a map which is in casual and actually play it like Siege, coordinate with teammates. But I know I can't really do that because I'll get called a tryhard for doing that in quick match. So now that I somewhat have a opportunity to play maps like plain, but actually do it in a coordinated way, in more of a structured format in standard, I think that's actually really fun. And I kind of hope this takes the stigma away from a lot of people as well, because like I'm a top champion PC player, but I get tired of playing ranked all the time. But if I play like quick match on stream, everyone's like, oh, quick match player, and it's like, I just want to play the game. It's like we're really almost 10 years into this game and people still like will only watch ranked videos and stuff like that. It's kind of getting a bit boring, personally. So I do like this idea of, if I want to play standard, if I want to play these non-ranked maps in a more competitive structured format, I can do that, and I think that's really good for the game. They're also updating how Steam security works, basically just to enforce bans better on cheaters. That's really good. The cheating issue is still a massive epidemic in this game, so more improvements to that, the better. I don't really have much more to say on that. We're getting a brand new after action screen, and from what they've showed us with the little concept, I kind of don't like it. Now, I know this is like an early build, dev photo. It's probably not the final product. If they are changing this screen for whatever reason, I hope it looks better than this, because I don't like how this looks at all. I think this looks pretty terrible. But, again, it is most likely an early image. I do hope that what we get in the season does look better. I don't really know what to say about this. This is something they've put on the roadmap. I don't really think it's a big deal. I don't really think people are going to care that much. Just hope it doesn't look ugly. Next up, we're getting the Pre-vis lines we currently have for gadgets onto drones. Personally, I won't be running this. I mean, I'm fine with its inclusion in the game. I honestly don't think it changes the skill ceiling that much. Like, yeah, it does lower it, but it's nothing crazy. But does anyone else just not find this so annoying? Like, it just is so off-putting. That's why I've turned off the gadget one, because I don't want to see the exact trajectory of my gadget when I throw it. I don't want this big line to appear on my screen. I think it's so off-putting and ugly. I just don't like it at all. Maybe you're completely different to me and you like the little assistance it gives you, and don't get me wrong, I watch clips of people using it, and sometimes I'm like, maybe I should turn this on, because that was a really cool trick of them throwing a nitro cell through like a tiny hole, which is cool, and I'm not against it. But man, I just hate how it looks, especially this drone one. It's like, this is ugly. I'm sorry. And I'm not criticizing the team for the hard work they've put in here, because they have done a good job. There's no way that they can do this where it isn't ugly, in my opinion. I personally just don't like how it looks, and I'll happily turn it off, even if that means me missing more drone jumps and stuff like that. So, good addition to the game, yes, but for me personally, I am turning this off because this is way too off-putting. They're adding more map training playlists. There's going to be a drone drill playlist, the similar way you've got like the map one where it tells you to go to different rooms, and you've also got like the target training, which is sort of like the replacement to T-Hunt. There's going to be one like that with droning, basically. Another good thing for onboarding new players. They're also going to be adding more maps into that playlist, and the same with Versus AI. They're adding more operators and maps. Versus AI is actually a really interesting mode. Like, if you've actually played against the advanced AI in that mode, it's impressive. They are very good. And I think the best thing to come from this mode, honestly, is that you can just test operators without having to go into games and worry about someone taking the operator. Or if it's a brand new operator, I like the idea of being able to play against AI and not basically take away the new operator from someone else. However, I don't know if they'll ever add new operators to this mode. I mean, like the new operators for that current season, since the AI mode does use like machine learning and it's based off of what players are doing. You need some data to then have the new operator in it. I would like it if they could maybe find a way to make the new operators playable, because that would just make my job so much easier. If I can just go into a versus AI mode with the brand new operator, test out their gadgets, just get some background clips and everything, without having to keep going in a game and then only playing them half the match and then sometimes maybe just getting slammed instantly, it would make my life a bit easier. I think the AI mode is cool. Do we still need a better substitute to T-Hunt? Yes, versus AI isn't a substitute to T-Hunt. Target drill is, but I still feel like the training mode is missing that sort of PvE mode, which isn't versus AI. But yeah, that's everything we know about Year 9 Season 2 so far. I definitely think the biggest thing here is probably the nerfs, and we're yet to see what the recruits do. I think for a lot of people, this may be a lackluster season. There's no new maps this entire year. Now, I will say, I don't know any inside knowledge, but if we put our thinking caps on here, that doesn't mean the map development team get an entire year off work. And as far as we're aware, they've not been laid off. They still work on the game. So that just means that the map team are doing something else. I like to think maybe they're getting a head start on next year and the following years, so we can get more new maps consistently, so they can start working on it early, so then they can get in a good trend and speed of making maps. And that would just mean that they had to leave this year out. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait into the future to see that. I just know that I highly doubt that the map team aren't doing something. We're definitely getting something in the background here. But yeah, expect to hear more about the season later this month at the Manchester Major, which is between the 24th and 26th of May. Thanks to Ubisoft, I will be heading out there, so be sure to subscribe to this channel for more information when it does come. I'll be your first guy when it comes to news about Rainbow Six Siege Year 9 Season 2, everything about the recruit rework, and more. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in this video, drop a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you all later. I love you all. Peace.